What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for a brand new installment in the 3-T series where I'm attempting to play through and showcase to you guys all the awesome courses available within GSPro by, as the name implies, playing holes usually 1, 9, and 18, which is what we're doing here today, at a special course because I actually had the privilege of beta testing this for old CDrum. As you can see, we got the Gray Barn Golf logo on screen. CDrum has been, he's just an awesome dude, but amazing supporter, both for me personally and for the channel, showing a lot of support. So he's actually my first ever sponsor, and he sponsored my SGT journey. So you guys may be accustomed to seeing the QR code and his logo up there, but head over to graybarngolf.com. You can just scan the QR code on your screen. CDrum does amazing work for both simulator builds, whether it's your garage, basement, attic, workshop, but also GSPro courses, which we're playing here today. So for today's video, I will note before, well, I'll say this first and then I'll do my little spiel. But for today's video, we're doing Memorial Park Golf Course. This is in Houston, Texas, designed by the one and only CDrum. This was actually the course that Minwoo Lee won. I didn't know that when I was playing it until I think halfway through CDrum mentioned it. But awesome course. As much as I want to change the lighting and tweak it, I'm not going to do it. CDrum did an amazing job. You can see some of the birds flying over. Personally, this is one of my favorite courses I've played as of late. I get kind of some of the Central Park vibes with the Houston skyline in the background. He did an awesome job, and I thoroughly enjoyed playing through the full 18 holes for a beta test. CDrum was kind enough to send it to me early to give it a test, and we found a couple penalty areas that he should have marked, and I think fixed it after the fact. But I was going to say before, I just got done playing the Scramble Tour with Big Dog. We shot 11 under, and we're currently in solo third place. So I want to do my little trash talking here because CDrum and Luma weren't on the leaderboard, assuming Luma's probably traveling for tournaments. But at least for this week, we're beating CDrum and Luma. So take that, CDrum. Luma, if you're seeing this, take that as well. We got to take our wins when we can get them. But pretty decent performance by me and Big Dog for our third week playing. We cracked the, we'll see if the score stands. But top 5 leader, like I said, we're in solo third right now at 11 under. There's one group at 13, one group at 12, and we're solo third at 11. But let's go ahead and get into this. First hole, I'm doing the white tees. Again, I just played 18, so not quite 100% fresh. My driver has seemed to left the building, which is not promising. But we're doing the white tees, so I moved up a little bit. This is a pretty long course, being a PGA Tour tournament course. But we're doing the white tees, normal greens, normal fairways, 11 stimps, 8-foot gimmies, and I have the auto aim turned on, calm wind. But let's get into it with the flyover. First hole, par 5, 501, dogleg left. Like I mentioned, I thoroughly enjoyed playing this. CDrum did a great job. You can see the mow lines, the shading in the fairway, the rough, the shading in the darker burnt out areas. Awesome look at the skyline back there. I think that's what probably makes it. I love the little details and the little changes. To me, I've played so many of these courses where the courses always look really good, but they start to blend together if they don't have anything kind of abnormal, like the skyline standing out. So personally, this is, I think, CDrum's the par 3 GOAT, in my opinion. I don't know if it's very disputable, but definitely the fantasy par 3 GOAT. Par 3 GOAT in my opinion. I think besides Exeter, this is probably my favorite course, actual course, like real course he's designed. I think he did a really solid job. As much as I like to go back and forth with him, he did a really good job designing this. So let's see what the driver has in store for us. Like I said, haven't been hitting it great, but we're going to aim over here. Hopefully it draws, and just going to try to hit up on it, get something out there in the 150s, and hopefully be even par through these holes. And it's a baby fade. I think that'll still play. 154, low backspin, 270 raw. I don't hate it, but again, like that one, I was trying to draw it, and that's kind of how I was kind of spraying him all over the place with the Big Dog Scramble. I didn't have my best stuff off the tee, and he didn't have his best stuff for wedges, which is what we both kind of hang our hat on in terms of our strong points of why we paired up together. But it is what it is. We're in play. Could have been worse. 280 down there. Leaves us with 231 out of the rough. Just going to hit a 3-wood up here. Aim a little bit right towards the center of the green. Later out here than what I'm usually accustomed to playing, but as I've been mentioning, I have a trip to Florida coming up, so I wanted to get some stuff recorded. I got to edit it beforehand and have it ready to go, so you guys will probably be seeing this as I'm in Florida. Hopefully I'm playing well on course, speaking to my future self, but let's see if we can run this 3-wood up there. Oh, nope. Topped it. I think Big Dog may be contagious. He did that twice, I think, in our scramble. That was horrendous. 126 ball speed. I barely made contact with that. Yikes. CDrum will have a good laugh at that one. Oh, man, that was horrendous. I was just saying I don't usually play this late, and this is probably a good reason why, but that was a nice 56 raw carry. We got 45 in the game, 100-yard 3-wood. Now it leaves us with 131. Perfect. Just wanted to lay up to a good distance here for pitch and wedge. Exactly how we drew it up. Luckily, it's a par 5. 8-foot gimmies, which are on the bigger side. So we'll go there, try to hit a solid pitch and wedge. Man, that was a bad 3-wood. Thinned it. That needs to go. Big bounce. All right. We have a putt. It's a birdie putt. Really glad I didn't pick the furthest back tees here. 19 playing 16. Don't have to toil over the line with this auto aim. Try to speed things up a little bit. All right, so halfway decent drive, but that was supposed to draw instead of fade. Horrendous 3-wood, pretty bad pitching wedge. Let's see if we can roll this for about 16 feet and scrape out a rather eventful birdie. I don't know if I quite got it there. I guess I did, but I pulled it. Huh. Oh well, we'll take the par. For these videos, try to be even par, we'll take it. Flying over to the 9th hole, par 3, 155, up a yard. We got a helping wind. Take a look at the flyover. Really like what CDrum did with the different colored trees and bushes, give it some color to make it pop. He did some cool things too with some bunkers in the hazard area where he has grass kind of on the side slopes for some of them. It was really, really cool. All right. We'll aim here. Try to hit a solid 8-iron. Took a little bit of a break between it's about 15 minutes between the scramble and this, so I feel like I almost need to warm up again. But I'm going to try to do 2 more videos after this if I can make contact with the ball. Thinned it again, and that was also supposed to draw, and it did not. Ends up being a good distance, but must be coming up on it. I'm not staying down and through with enough weight to the left, but wow. I am glad I don't have to pick a line here. It's another birdie putt. Honestly, I'll take 3 pars here, so I like our chances of rolling this, at least in the inner circle for another par. 17 feet, playing 16. Massive break. Stay up. Oh. I don't know how. I guess just a little bit too much pace. I guess like 0.1 HLA, you would think that would drop. I don't think that was a bad putt, and that seemed like it finished pretty far away from the hole. But in any event, even through 2, third and final hole, 18th hole, par 4, 414. Let's look at the flyover here. CDrum always gets on my case about changing the lighting and toggle the advanced settings. So I've been getting in a habit over the past few weeks after I heard that. The designers put a lot of time and effort into making the course look a certain way between the time of day, like the fog, haze, different type of stuff. So the best that I can as of late, I try not to change it to do the course most amount of justice I can, but there are some times where between my pretty budget projector and impact screen. If I can't quite see the dots on the green, I do sometimes have to change the settings, but we left it stock standard here for old C Diddy, this one. So hopefully he doesn't get on my case too much about that, on top of that 3-wood, which he has plenty of ammo for. All right. Can we get the driver to draw? Kind of. I mean, it's a draw. Wasn't hit very good, but 153, almost 154 ball speed, 263. It's probably about all I got left in the tank as of right now, but we're in play. It did draw. Only hit up on it 4.5. I like as of late when I'm hitting it my best, I'm up towards 6 degrees up on the attack angle, so I think maybe wear and tear on the old back. My right shoulder's been bothering me, not quite as flexible as I probably was if I played earlier in the day. But it is what it is. 126 left, up a yard. I think based on how we hit that last pitching wedge, I'm just going to go pitching wedge again. And if we hit it solid, so be it. It'll be a good miss, but playing about 127. Need to land this about 4 or 5 short probably. But approach wedge doesn't get there, so we're going 3-wood. Or 3-wood. We're going pitching wedge. That was going to be too much club, but that was struck better. So, spin. That's more accustomed to what I'm seeing. That was a little bit toey, still a little bit thin, but I like seeing my pitching wedge go in the neighborhood of about 130 in the air. That was 129.2. So, yet another birdie look. See if we can finally get one to go. And we've got another 15-footer, but it's playing 12. Hold it a touch. Again, I don't know. I don't understand how I can pull it like that. It wasn't a horrendous distance, like speed-wise. I don't get how that misses so far to the right, even with a pull. I wonder if, like, GSPro's been a little bit wonky for me. There's been a few different things, one of which being the stimps have been all messed up. When I load up some of these courses you guys maybe have seen in the past with the videos, for whatever reason, like randomly, it only allows me to do like 6, 7, and 8 on the stimps. This one I was allowed to do 11, but I don't know why if I pull that, if the square read that right, maybe it's like that putting smoothing thing Bogeyman Bill's been talking about, how they changed like the algorithm and the formula for putts. But to me, if I pull that 0.3, that should have missed left, not right. I don't know. In any event, we'll take the even par through the 3 holes. So, from Memorial Park Golf Course in Houston, Texas, course designed by the one and only CDrum. Awesome job here. I know small sample size, but if you guys want to see the full 18, I beta tested it before it was actually released. So I have a full 18. I did a live stream. You can go check that out. I don't think he changed a ton between now and then. Looked really good here. Looked really good when I played the full 18. So awesome job. And like I said, I think this is probably Exeter is always going to be number 1. But in terms of like real courses that CDrum has done, I think this is probably my favorite that I've come across so far. The one with the I'm blanking on the name, something Park with the cotton candy skies was really cool. But I think with the skyline here with Houston in the background, this one was I think my favorite so far. But we'll take a look at the stats. So we had par on 1, par on 9, par on 18. Stats, we hit 3 out of 3 greens regulation. That's not horrendous. 3 pars, 285. We only hit 1 out of 2 fairways. We had a par 3 in there. 153 ball speed, 5 feet of total putting, 6 putts. 17 minutes on the gameplay, and I read out the greens and regulations. So there you have it. We'll see if CDrum and Luma end up popping up on the leaderboard for the scramble. But like I said, as of right now, we're beating them just because they haven't played. I didn't take an in-depth look at the leaderboard, so maybe they did. Maybe they just had an off week. But for the time being, me and Big Dog are beating CDrum and Luma. Ipso facto, we're better golfers than both of them. So there you have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to try to load up a couple more courses, but shout out to the members. Shout out to CDrum. Head over to graybarngolf.com if you guys have any GSPro course build needs or any simulator build needs. The guy does an awesome job. Great dude. He's Yeah, just a good dude. Can't recommend him enough, both for what he does personally and also business wise. So go check out Gray Barn Golf. You can scan the QR code. And shout out to the members. CDrum is also kind enough to be a member for the channel. A little bit extra support. Really appreciate it. So shout out to the members. And like I always leave you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next course.